the sum, that's the answer to an addition problem, the sum of a number n and its square root. Okay, we're going to start off with n here, and we're going to sum it with the square root of n. This is the equation we're talking about. Now, if y is 20, then what's n going to be? Let me copy that down. In place of y, I'll put a what? Put what? All right, so now I want to solve this for n. First thing I'll do is subtract n from both sides. I'm going to try to isolate this square root here, make it all by itself, so I have to get rid of this. Okay, subtract n from both sides. We're going to have 20 minus n is the square root of n, where I've isolated this. Because I'm going to write this down again, but I'm going to square both sides to get rid of the square root. Square this right here. Now, how do you square 20 minus n? We write it twice, don't we? Okay? So you end up with 20 times 20, that's the first terms. The outside terms are 20 times negative n. The inside terms is negative n times 20. And then your last term's negative n times negative n is n squared. Okay? Now, if I put these in order, I'll write n squared. We'll have the 400. We'll put them in order in a minute. We're going to have 400 minus 20, and minus 20 is what? Okay, and we have our n squared. That equals n. All right, when you square this, you get n. Put it in order. You have n squared. All right, now we're going to take away n from both sides. So we'll have negative 40, and a negative 1 makes what? I'm subtracting 1n from here. I'm going to get a 0 over here. Okay? Subtract 1 from a negative 40. Negative 40 plus a negative 1 is 41. I'll have my 400, and I took away the n, didn't I? So I'm getting 0. Go back to this negative 41. If I want to have a 0 on the right side, I'll subtract n from this. I'll subtract n from this. So I've already have a negative 40 and a negative 1. Okay, that's how I'm getting n minus n is 0. So now I have to solve this for n. Now my two factors of 400 are 16 and 25. If you take negative 16 and negative 25, you'll get 41, won't you? Okay, so the fact that we're getting this means I can use n minus 16 and n minus 25. When you multiply them, you get 400. When you add them, you get 41. All right? So here's my equation here. Either this is 0 or this is 0. If this is 0, then n is 16. If this is 0, then n is 25. So we have two solutions, but we have to check them, okay? We're going to check the 25 right now. We're going to write down my original equation. We're going to put in 25 here. Okay, so I got 20 is 25 plus, you're putting 25 in here for this, right? You're getting 25 plus 5. This is 5, isn't it? Is that 5? Square root of 25 is 5. So we're getting 20 equals 30. And I'm going to say, no way. So this answer 25 doesn't check. So we throw that out. And the only answer that will check, n equals 16. You can check that if you want to. But you're going to see that answer works. The 25 didn't work. So the only answer of my two answers, the only one that does work is the 16. So there's only one answer for this. N is not going to be 25.